Alright, welcome back guys to some more Gwent with our Marauder Assault deck. So, can we continue our wonderful winning streak, and is this indeed going to be a high ranked deck? Who knows? Let's go into some games and find out, shall we? See you there.
My folk have suffered much.
We've havered enough. Let's get to work.
Okay, so we're against a Francesca deck. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see. We do want to get rid of some of these full moon potions. More agitators, the better. I'll get rid of the sage as well. Dennis, pretty sweet. That helps out quite a fair bit, because it does mean that Barclay either hits Marauders, Agitators, or Yarpen. So we're pretty much dropping his odds of whiffing. Because hitting Dennis can sometimes be a little bit awkward with this deck. You don't often want to do it. I think I'm just going to keep going with our full moon potions, actually. No, we can't get punished for this. I'm pretty sure. Unless Bruver pulls the last Marauder, and we've got to be aware of that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, usual tactic is to either go for Yarpen or just play down Agitators. I mean, we could go Barclay and try get Yarpen. Worst case scenario, we get another Agitator and we get a Marauder, or we just get another Marauder. So either way, Barclay gets us what we want.
Stinking mess in order.
Oh yeah, so he gets a Marauder. We got one left in deck. That's 14 points silver. Not too bad.
An ill wind blows.
It's going to lock one of our Marauders. That is fine. We're still points ahead. And shall continue to be. So, Royal Decrees, Ale of the Ancestors at the moment. That's pretty good. I mean, we could set up an Ale of the Ancestors. If I go Agitator, Marauder, and then set the Ale up on the range row.
Who I need to be.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's another Marauder down. So, let's make another Marauder.
Never had your kneecaps broken.
Pretty sure he can't answer this one and any future ones, but
My folk have suffered much.
I'm sure he's going to try. So, fun fact, if we went Ale of the Ancestors on this bottom row, it would be 3 points per turn. If we went on this row, it would still be 3 points per turn with the Marauders pump effect. So, we want to go ranged row, Royal Decree, Ale of the Ancestors. Boom. Set that going. He might just end up passing, to be honest. Ah, dear. So, Bruver at this point gets us Hattori next round.
The time of the sword and axe.
Ithne for Alza's Thunder. Going for the Ale. Okay. So, I kind of want to keep a Marauder in our hand for a future round. We only need to make up 5 points. It's kind of hard to not make up more points than that, funnily enough. So we could do Teruvial for 14 points, but not actually do the 14 points right now. Sure, let's do that. If he passes, we just get 14 points. It is a little bit risky if he's running lacerates or anything like that.
If my coin's ranked to ye, go kiss a dog neath its tail.
So he is hand buffing. So what we want to do, I want to put a Hawker Healer here because, as I mentioned, lacerate would be a little annoying.
Oh, my little A.
Pump you and pump you. Hopefully these healers keep us out of whatever he's been hand buffing.
Peace with humans? I buy that.
And he's continuing to hand buff. Still 14 points. So we're a point up right now. Let's just go... Might be more value in Dennis later. Let's just go another
We ought
Hawker
to help
healer.
one or the other.
Heal, heal. And what I think is our opponent has to make up 14 points here. So if they don't get 14 points ahead, I might pass to make them go 2 cards down, or a card down.
Onward, Fryhead!
That being said, you are worth 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. That pretty much solves it, really, doesn't it? Well, all this hand buffing, though, might just be able to make up for it. I'm gonna go Dennis. I think we want to take this round.
Axe of the heat while I'm at it.
We certainly want to make it difficult on him because I want him to buff all of this stuff and be forced to play it.
I'll feed you to the crows!
Okay. Dear. So, 3, 7, 18. We could Yennefer Kyrenex. I'd net some points. Not a great deal of points. Wouldn't take anything off of his board. But it would do exactly the same as it did before. I'm just worried that these are going to be worth 14 points and he could just make it up in a single card. I'm going to pass. Let's see if he passes and makes a mistake. He's not going to. But he needs to go 14 points up, so he needs to play another card here. If he wants the round, that is. Which he should take the round. He should try. Because I think we pass round 2 if he gives us that option. Just for the extra cards. Spores. That'll do it. And is that more than 14 points? Hang on, let's find out.
I like the way you die,
Yeah, it is.
human.
Yep, 4 points down for that round. A Madrum though, getting that out of his hand. It's pretty good. Sage, there's nothing in his hand. In my graveyard, sorry. No potions. Yep. Just checking. Some res
When the white
Ifleen.
frost comes,
That's a Gwent
do
sign.
not eat the yellow snow.
It is. So he gets to protect 2 cards. Or 2 unit types in his deck and hand. That's fine, because we do not touch them. Except for Yennefer's Kyrenex ability. I guess Bruva grabs Yarpen. It's It's really bad. Actually, no, because Yappen's now an 8-point because of Dennis, so he does survive the Alza's Thunder.
We've havered enough. Let's get to work.
And we establish a little bit of carryover.
The legs from the bahookies.
He should keep playing this out. I think he's going to.
Oi! Hey there! Come here!
Okay. He's buffing that right-hand card. Is that the same card he's been buffing all game? It might be. So I don't want to add value to something that he could potentially kill. But I think he can potentially kill anything. We could Zoltan, bump you to 9, give you 10, 11 points from the Strengthen, which you can carry over, and then kill Ithleen.
I can use a paint.
And he passes. Okay. That right-hand card, whatever he's been buffing. Ugh. That's all I can say to that. So we carry 10 points over. Potion. Do better than a potion. Oh, dead card. We could do worse than a potion. Alright, well, Marauder, go.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
Coexistence, no such thing.
Even puts him on even cards. Is this the point where we Yennefer and Unicorn, or should we heal first? Yeah, maybe healing first.
Oh my.
Bump you by 5. He might have played Yevon because he can kill Yevon, which is a worry. Let's bump Yarpen.
Onward, Fryhead!
Okay. I think it's too much of a risk to play out another thing and give him a chance to kill more stuff. So I'm going to Yennefer Unicorn. Let's try and get everything out of range of his Swordmasters if he is indeed running them.
If my coin's ranked to ye, go kiss a dog neath its tail.
And just add 3 points. I'm pretty sure he can't make up the points anymore now.
May
No
your
matter what
sword
that
and
is.
arm be one.
Yep, okay. So the ordering was very important there. I think if he'd have tried to take out one of our units prior to that, maybe he'd have had a chance, but yeah, was not meant to be. Mistakes were made and all that jazz. Alright, let's go for another game.
I respect nothing human.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
Okay, we are in, and we have all of our golds. That is not a good thing. Okay, we need to get rid of a gold. We also need to get rid of the sages, though. We don't want the sages first. 1 full moon potion. We don't have enough marauders. So, goodbye potion. There's another marauder, and then let's get rid of Ale of the Ancestors for a marauder. Nice. We have a virtual 3, potentially 4 marauders in our hand, which is where we want to be. So, Let's go with Yarpen first.
Oh, those gunners are in for a world of hurt.
Yarpen might get thundered off of the bat, but if he does, then that's a Marauder that's not getting thundered. Yeah, okay. Unless he wants to go at Eithne to resurrect the thunder, or if he has another one. All possibilities, but not something I need to concern myself with too much.
When the
Marauder.
white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow.
Eithne on Gwent, so this is scoia'tael. This is a bad matchup for us, unfortunately. Mostly a bad matchup because of his ability to take out our Marauders. So, I mean, we could Barclay and hope to hit Dennis. We could Breuver to try and hit Dennis as well. That might be worthwhile. It is a little less value, but it does protect our Marauders from Alza's Thunder. Not from Artifact Compression, though. That's still a worry. Let's Barclay, because I want to kind of try and add to our board a little bit. And it's another Agitator.
Your kneecap's broken.
Okay. And he passes. Awesome. Right where we want to be, because now Breuver gets Hattori, which gets Barclay back. And we've got 2 Marauders in hand. Effectively. Sage and Commander's Horn, so we want to do a little bit of row stacking. Get rid of Sage. Get Dennis. That's good. We didn't have a way to pull Dennis otherwise. Right, so ignore some of this because it actually counts the Marauders that we make copies of and pulls them from the deck. So there are still Marauders in the deck. In fact, there are what? Marauder to there and then Marauder to there. So there's 2 more Marauders in the deck. I guess we'll go wide. We're going to try and win this one, I think.
We've havered enough. Let's
Breuver.
get to work.
Grab us Hattori. Hattori gets us Barclay. Barclay gets us a Marauder.
Right, come on.
Not too bad. 21-point leader.
This moment, I've seen it already.
Here come the Farseers. So we do want to row stack to a certain degree, because I do want Teruvial and I want Commander's Horn to be an online threat, as it were. What we could also do, though, is we could set up Ayla the Ancestors on 2 of our Marauders. On the ranged row, perhaps. So add to that.
Scoia'tael, attack!
Stick a Marauder up here.
Not afraid? You should be.
He's setting up his spells, which he should be doing. We are pretty much just gonna go Marauder here, I think.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
And then we'll set up Ale and hope it sticks. It should. It's got, what, 10 points worth of defense, so... Nature's Gift. Going for Artifact Compression? Yeah. Which one's he going to go for? He can res that as well, so we are going to go down another Marauder. We're going to be working with 1, unfortunately. So with that in mind... With that in mind, we don't really want to commit too much to these Marauders, because we know they're going to die. Instead, we'll go Royal Decree, Ale, this row. And if he leaves them alone, then we can Zoltan them onto the ranged row, and then Commander's Horn them. if we
Storm
want to
is
do
coming.
that.
Let's enjoy the weather while we
Merc
still can.
for lacerate. Oh god. That's nasty. You can see why this is a terrible matchup, because even when we weren't actually planning on row stacking, we ended up screwing ourselves nonetheless. Okay, so we can... What can we do? Let's go Dennis.
I've never run from no one, and I'm not about to start.
Oh, Mandrake's one of our other units. There goes... Oh, there goes our ale. The thing is, taking it into the third round doesn't really help us either. Let's go Hawker Healer. Yeah.
Oh my.
Apply it there. I'm just trying to make more worthy artifact compression
Humans
targets.
have no place in Brockalon.
I doubt he's going to take the bait. But if he doesn't compress one of our Marauders... Yeah. If he didn't, then we had more value, but it was not meant to be.
Always willing, pal.
Zoltan, and hit you as well. Why not? Ooh. Steals our Royal Decree. Which can get him what? His own Royal Decree. He's stacking spells here for super triggers. You gotta remember as well, he's got 20-point protectors in his hand, most likely. He's gonna muzzle our healer. Great. Right, so we've got Yennefer. Yennefer counts for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to his 5. If we went Kyronex, it'd be 7 to his 5 actually, because Yennefer counts herself. If we went Kyronex, then it would be 1, don't count that, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5. So we want to Unicorn.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
We're committed at this point. We lose on single cards if we go for the third round, so there's just no point trying. It's for 6 there. And yeah, that looks good enough. Keeps Unicorn alive from another Lacerate.
Admiral and Shay.
But here come all of the protectors. We're just going to Teruvial, and that's us done. I mean, even we do lose this round. It depends on how much he plays into it and what his top deck or how many cards he's got left into the third round are concerned. It also matters about our top deck as well, because ours aren't that great. Here comes another protector. Puts him sufficient points ahead with a card up. So I'm pretty sure our top decks don't beat his top 2. 16 points on top of that.
I like the way you die, human.
Takes us to 95 to his 111. That's got to be a protector or a way to find them. Definitely not acceptable. Not acceptable. Okay. So that's game. Play whatever you want, whatever 20-point card you've got in your hand. We'll play our 3-pointer.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Merc for no value. So that card
Yes,
has to be just completely
that
dead
will fit
for us to win.
Pen
And,
Iker.
yeah.
Ted Dayred is nigh.
Summoning Circle copies our Sage. And that's game. So no matter what we had there as our last card, we did lose because Summoning Circle would just match it. So I think we'd used all of our golds as well. GG, but this is a terrible matchup, and I knew it going into it, so... I don't think I've ever won a scoia'tael list. They just straight up thunder and compress all of your Marauders, and there's just not much you can do about that. Every other matchup, though, is pretty decent, and even the bad matchups other than that one seem to at least be relatively close some of the time. But there you go. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content and you want to see more, then you can support on Patreon for $1 minimum. I do a 4th episode of both Magic Duels, which will eventually become Magic Arena, and Gwent as well. So that's 2 videos every single week for $1, but that's completely optional. And it's just a reward for anybody who helps out the channel and keeps us going. So thank you very much to anybody who does that, and thank you to anybody who considers doing that as well. Anyway guys, if you like and subscribe, hit that little bell icon, you'll get notifications when the next videos go live. Next week we'll be back with some more Gwent, as always. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.